Greetings everybody. So I'm going on a trip to Puerto Rico. Thought I would show you what I'm bringing, what I'm doing and all that stuff for those who do travel event photography. Okay, so here's what I'm bringing so far. About 95% of this is set and it might change depending on if I keep the backpack or go with the Pelican case. So the camera I have is the 5D Mark IV and the 24-70 lens. This will probably be my main workhorse for the thing. And then I have a V860 version 2, just a Godox flash. And that'll sit on the camera probably the whole time. I have this little light dome, and this actually is pretty good. I've liked how the light looks from this thing, so I've been carrying it around and it's easy to carry around. I have a second flash because I have a second body. This is just a V850. This one's super old, doesn't really do much other than just fire, but that's all I really need it to do. I can change its power and fire. And then I have a A6400. They're both really good in low light, fairly good. I think the 6400 is a little bit better in low light, so I might just carry just this around with its lens and use it as kind of my low light camera if I, something happens to a flash or just don't want to carry that flash. Also, you might hear my heater come on. And then I have a few odds and ends, a couple of filters, battery chargers, battery charger. I have a 17 to 40 f4. This will go on probably this one if I want to get some of those really wide angle shots. But I also brought this 18 to 105 f4. It's a pretty cool lens. I really like it. It's pretty lightweight. F4 is not bad, and it really zooms in and gets a good variety of focal ranges. And then I have a GoPro because we're doing a day on like a catamaran or something, and so I figured I'd bring this as well if I want to do some quick video and quick photos of whatever. And it's, because it's waterproof. And then I have this battery pack, but it will do 100 watts, which means I can power my laptop off of this, and then I can also charge other smaller thingies. So it's got a lot of power. It's pretty small. It's fairly heavy-ish, but it's really cool, really good size, so it can fit right there. So yeah, there's that thought process. Alrighty, so it's nighttime. I just got in. What I'm gonna do is kind of unpack some of my stuff. There's a few of the event people who've already got in, I think, earlier today. So yeah, what I'll do is just kind of get in, grab my camera, and go meet with the staff and just see what they need for tomorrow. But if I carry my camera on me, then I can just kind of grab some shots if I see some tonight. But nothing really starts until tomorrow in the morning. Also, check out these key cards. They're like made of wood or wood feeling. Pretty cool. Okay, so it's morning. This is the first day of actual work. So what I'm gonna do is walk around with these two cameras on. I have a Canon 5D Mark IV with a 17 to 40 mil lens for really wide angle shots, an ND filter for some of that Indiana Jones action, just in case the sun is too bright or something like that. So that's my main camera. I actually like this one more for looking through the viewfinder. It's more comfortable for my eye. This other camera is good for if I want to do like some low angles and have the screen flip out. I feel like the viewfinder isn't as comfortable to use all the time on this one. But this is a Sony A6400 and a 18 to 105 f4 lens. So these are my two cameras for the earlier part of this day. So a random little travel tip, I don't generally iron my t-shirts if I don't have to. If there's a couch or something like that has kind of sort of rough texture on it, I can usually take the t-shirts and just kind of stretch them out, and the fabric will sort of hold in a semi-Velcro-ish type of way. And I travel from Utah, which is a dry climate, so usually the places I go to are a little more humid. I feel like that combination sort of allows the t-shirts to kind of stretch and self-iron themselves. So I do this the night before, and this has been sitting in my suitcase kind of all folded up, and as you can see, it's fairly acceptable. So this trip is more of a vacation for those that earned it, so there's not really a ton of structure. other than the party this evening and the excursion tomorrow. So this morning there is a yoga class on the beach for the yearners, so I did stop by to grab a few photos of that. But a lot of today is just walking around trying to find other people with the company and just grabbing photos of them. You know, when you're at a hotel or someplace and you have a lot of expensive looking gear on or professional looking gear on, people either think that you're supposed to be there or you get people coming asking, what are you doing here? So everything's kind of scattered about because I've already started working for this morning, but I wanted to do an update, and I obviously brought the Pelican case, and this was able to fit everything I needed. There's lots of extra space in here, which is kind of nice. The reason I did the Pelican case was so that I could bring this little kind of day bag, and this was good for just being able to put under the seat, put a little water bottle carrier in here, have extra pouches for some stuff, and then I can take this whole thing with me on the day trip, the excursion, and I can put an extra camera, maybe a lens, and just some extra things in it. And this was a lot more practical than those smaller pouches, so that's why I went with the Pelican case and a backpack-ish thing over just the one camera backpack. Okay, one of the big things I gotta do here is figure out where to shoot a group of 150 people. These steps here, I feel like are probably the best way to do it. I've been walking around this resort area, just trying to figure out like a high location. I'm trying to see if I can get some of these people to let me borrow a ladder, but it's like a liability. So that's one of the things on my list today, is to figure out where to shoot 150 people that'll also look pretty. Option A is this. We want to have a group kind of where this volleyball net is, will be taken down, but I need a ladder for them to get everybody in frame. And to get a ladder, they have to like get security to do a waiver. So I'm basically just trying to wait for that. I could also shoot where I'm at here, which is a little bit higher, but that's kind of option C. And the other option is with them on those little steps there. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm actually going on a little walk outside of the resort to get some food because I don't really want to pay resort prices for food. So this gets me out and lets me kind of walk around in warm weather because it's cold and snowy where I'm at. And the closest place was Subway, so I went there. And did you know they have waffle fries in Puerto Rico? I don't know if they have that in the continental US, but it's pretty cool. Okay, we've picked our spot. I don't know if you can see it very well, it's behind me. But this is the area we're gonna be doing the group photo in. They weren't able to get a ladder for me because of safety regulations, but apparently I can stand on this little towel thingy, so that's kind of interesting. But we're gonna have 150 people crammed into here, and I'm excited to see how it goes. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, give me one more set. Okay, on 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we did the group photo. I had to run back to my room to grab my flash, swap out my lens because I had a 17 to 40. Now I have the 24 to 70. Has a diffusion filter on it, and we're using my, what was this, V860 version 2 to shoot the rest of the night. Morning. So it's 6 a.m. here, which means it's 3 a.m. my time. and today we're doing the catamaran trip. For the gear that I'm bringing my 5D Mark IV, which I've been using the whole time, and the 24-70 f2.8 lens. And again, I have an ND filter on this. This one's actually the Sandmark filter. This one gives kind of a warmish color, which I've been liking on this trip. In the sunlight, it looks really nice. It's not too warm, but just slightly, kind of nice. And then as a backup, I have my 6400, and then I have the 18-105 f4. And then I have a GoPro. This is just a Series 5. And this will take, I think, 12 megapixel photos and do some like 4K video. And that's my kit for the catamaran trip today. So I'm currently on the catamaran. Everybody's eating, so I'm just taking photos of them, just kind of hanging out on the beach and stuff. But once the food comes out, I usually take a break and eat as well, because nobody really wants video or photo of them eating. So this is when I get to take a break. Alright, so I'm back to the hotel from the catamaran event. It was a super awesome day, really fun. I'm going to download some of these files, and I thought I would just kind of note how I do my file management. So what I do is on my main camera, this takes 2 cards, so I put a CF card in here. It's just a large capacity 128 gig card, and I don't ever remove that. I just leave it in there to collect the images. I use the SD card. And after each day or each event, I will take things from the SD card, put them on my laptop, and then generally at the end of each day, I'll take everything from that folder and put it on another external hard drive. So on my main camera, I have 3 copies of everything. I have the CF card, the SD card, which I don't delete anything off of there. I just keep dragging things onto my computer. And then my computer, actually, and then my my hard drive. So actually there's 4 copies of everything. I'm very cautious with my file management. So I do that with my main camera. The secondary camera basically just has the SD card that's in it, and then I take everything off the SD card, put it in my laptop, and then that goes on the hard drive. So there's 3 copies of that. That's the way I do my file management, just to make sure I have everything, because stuff like this, you can't get these back. So if I lose a catamaran trip or something like that, then I can't get it back, and I gotta tell the client I'm sorry. So make sure I've got everything, because it's really not that hard. And yeah, so want to thank everyone for watching. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments field, and I'll do my best to answer them. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.